What's up? This video I'm gonna show you my progress in my calisthenics goals and my physique. Let's get started. So my first goal is the handstand push-up. This is one of these exercises that I always dreamed about doing. Since I was a kid, I was watching Dragon Ball and I saw Vegeta, Goku doing freestanding handstand push-ups. And still today, I really have this desire to be good at them. Right now, I can do one freestanding handstand push-up, but not all the time. You know, I think that I fail more than 50%. So I want to get this consistency and increase the reps to 5. Also 5 reps on handstand push-ups, freestanding handstand push-ups is like the standard for moving into 90-degree push-up, which is also like super badass exercise that I want to do. And for training that, I do, of course, handstand push-ups at the wall. Sometimes I go down and then I try to go up with my feet away from the wall. Also, I do pike push-ups to get extra volume of pushing work when I'm more tired at the end of the training. And also, I train a lot handstands. One of the reasons that I train handstands and I put handstands out of importance, actually train handstands 4 days a week, is basically for getting better at all these crazy handstand exercises that you can do afterwards when your handstand is good. So my second goal is the front lever. This is like a pulling exercise that I had to do because, you know, I was doing in the past more like vertical pulling, but not really horizontal pulling. And the front lever is a skill that looks amazing, but also has a component of horizontal pulling that I was looking for to include in my training. And I started training it in November, doing the Grease the Groove. You may have seen my video that it's like a 6-week Grease the Groove front lever transformation. The results were nice. I started with kind of like advanced stack front frog variation, and I moved into a bat straddle. It was like a pike straddle. It was like that, my front lever, instead of like being really like straddle like this. And from that moment, so in like at the beginning of the year, I started training the front lever in a different strategy, not Grease the Groove. I was doing front lever pulls, especially focusing on the negative part. And I have done most of the time the half lay straddle variation, which is pretty tough. It's way harder, in my opinion, than the one leg variation. A little bit easier than the straddle, of course, but yet this half lay kind of makes a little bit strange, and it may even be for some people harder than full straddle. And right now I can already hold isometrically the half lay, and in the next training I will test and see if I can do it with full straddle. And finally, my third goal was the muscle up. This, I know that some people consider it like a party trick, but for me it's actually a great exercise. You hit almost all the upper body muscles with one single exercise. It's fun. With the bar muscle up, you also practice power or explosiveness, which is great because I normally train more in a controlled and slow way, you know. And I could do it on the past. I remember going to the beach like more than 2 years ago, and I was way weaker, and I was just doing chicken wing muscle ups most of the time, which is bad. I don't recommend you to do that. And also using a lot of keeping. And now I'm trying to learn it again because I kind of like forget about it because it's a lot of technique. But I'm also trying to do always like perfect form, like no keeping and also no chicken wings. And to do that, what I have done is just pick elastic bands. First I started with strong bands, like maybe like 45, 50 kilos bands, so like 100 pounds. And from there I kept like every 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks sometimes, just changing the band to a lighter band. And currently I'm using this yellow band, which is like 25 kg, around 50 pounds. And I think that I will be in a matter of weeks to the clean muscle up without bands. So the funny thing is that my pull-up bar that I have at home is like not fixed on the floor. So every time that you do a muscle up, it lifts a little bit from the floor, and this makes the movement much harder. So maybe on a fixed bar, I could already do like regular clean muscle ups, but to compensate that, I just put all these weights over the bar on the floor so that it doesn't lift. But as you may already know, Calisthenics Hacks is way bigger than me, and what I'm working on right now is helping 1,000 handstand hackers get their 30-second handstand. Also, I have to mention these top calisthenics hackers that they are putting the work and they are getting great results. First, Gabriel has progressed a lot on his freestanding handstand push-up. You can see it on this video. He clearly has the strength. He just needs to work a little bit more on the movement pattern and the control side of the movement. Also, I'm very happy with Jake. We have been working together on his handstand and he's progressing quite fast. Then we have this guy Rishabh, which really surprised me. I think that he's like the top calisthenics hacker for these last months. He went from a 5-second handstand into a 40-second handstand in about 2 months. So very, very happy for this guy. He put the work and he demonstrated that you don't need a perfect line to get a good handstand, to get long holds in the handstand. You see that his shoulder mobility is not the best, but that's not an excuse. So I only give this one-on-one coaching to very few students because I like to provide a great service, and only I give it to the most committed and dedicated calisthenics hackers. If you want to become one of these exclusive students, you can just send me a direct message on Instagram or just shoot me an email if you are on my VIP newsletter. And I hope that once you send me that, there's an empty spot and you can join us. So you may already know that in Calisthenics Hacks, we are focused on learning all these superhuman skills like freestanding handstand push-ups, the front lever. But yet, when I look at the mirror, I like to see some gains. And I'm happy with my physique right now. I know I'm far from the biggest guy in the calisthenics community, but if I compare to my older skinny self, there's a good difference. There are some serious gains. I like my V shape, that my lats give me. Also my shoulders. Maybe I would like to have, bigger arms and a little bit more upper chest, but it's not that much a big of a deal, to be honest. My body fat is, I guess, between 10 and 15%. I can see my abs. It's not a perfect six-pack. I'm not trying to lean down or just do some intermittent fasting or cut my calories. Just happy with it. But what I will be doing now is protein cycling. It's something, it can help, to lean down a little bit, but the main objective with it is to change the protein intake once a week to reduce it for more health reasons and let my cells regenerate. I will talk more about it if you want in another video, but I'm pretty excited to try that. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. I'll see you in the next video.